Baik, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. Yeah. So pertama sebelum kita mulai, saya ingin mengingatkan kembali tentang protokol kesehatan ya. Itu 5M tambah 1D. Memakai masker, menjaga jarak, mencuci tangan, menjauhi kerumunan, dan membatasi mobilitas. Serta tidak lupa untuk berdoa ya. Jangan lupa berdoa untuk keselamatan kita semua. Semoga kita dijauhkan dari penyakit ini dan semoga wabah ini cepat diangkat dari kita semua. Amin. Kemudian alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'du. Insyaallah kita langsung melanjutkan ke yang selanjutnya, yaitu so our next discussion or next topic is about circle ya. So it's still connected to the previous ones. So if you check on your book, it will be on the unit trigonometry, but it's I think probably the last topic on the chapter. Yeah, but I think it's better if we do it now, because it's more, it's more about geometry and not the trigonometry itself. So, I think this is, the order of the topic should be, we should start with this before we go further into trigonometry, So, the topic itself is called circular measure, So, so it's it. So basically, this is trigonometry about circle, geometry about circle. Geometry about circle. So we have we have talked about the angles, the angles from radians and degrees, and I think we also and I think we also talk about the definitions of radians, So let's go back a bit. So it's not here, so probably in the last semester's notes. So, but I think we have it here. So we talk about converting from radians to degrees and also the opposite, from degrees to radians. So the ratio or the relation is that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. So both radians are units to measure an angle. So let's review more about radians. So what is a radian? So a radian, yeah, as you know, the relation from radians to degrees is pi radians equals 180 degrees. Yeah, so a radian is a degree, is an angle, a measurement of angle where it is the ratio between the arc of a circle and its radius. Yeah. So if we have something like this, yeah, let's say this is theta. Let's say this is theta. Okay, let's start with some terminology. So yeah, this is a circle, as you know. So in a circle, we have a center and we have a radius or jari-jari in Indonesia. And so a radius is from the center of a circle to the circle. And we also have diameter. Diameter ya. Or garis tengah. So this is from from the circle, from one side, not side ya. It's from the so this is a line that cuts the circle and passes through the center ya. Or garis tengah kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia. Tapi mungkin kalian lebih kenal dengan radius dan diameter saja. So yeah, this is radius in this diameter. So I think you know that already. And then we have, if we take this part of the circle, if we are taking this part of the circle, well, now this is called a sector of the circle. So this is a sector or juring kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia. Also, we have this curve. This curve here is called arc of a circle, or busur ya kalau dalam bahasa Indonesia busur. So yeah, if you see the book, if you see this topic on the book, then it's mostly focused on finding arcs and sector of a circle. So arc length, the length of an arc, or the area of a sector ya. Jadi panjang busur ini yang melengkung ini ya, atau luas dari juring seperti itu. So this is, I think, this is the most common terms that you will find. And also we have some other terms. So for example, we have so this is sector, and this part of the area is called segment of a circle, which in Indonesia we and also this line, this straight line is called chord or tali busur. Yeah, so a chord is a straight line that passes through a circle. Yeah, so for example, if we take this line, this is a chord. Yeah, this is a chord, and a diameter is also a chord which passes through the center of the circle. So yeah, the chord is this straight line. Okay, seperti itu ya. Okay, let's go back to radian. So yeah, so what is a radian? So a radian is the what is it? The ratio, right? The ratio between an arc of a circle and its radius. So if we have this sector here during, if we have a sector here which have a radius 1, let's say, and let's say the arc is also of length 1, then the theta here, let's say this is theta. Here the theta will be in radian, in radians. In radians, the ratio between the arc and the radius. So this is 1 divided by 1, which is equal to 1. So where the arc length is equal to its radius, then this so this is 80 degrees. Is 180 degrees divided by pi is so let's see. The definition of radians. And if you go I mean, if you have a sector of, then the arc is also will also be greater, right? So as the angle gets, length of the arc will also be getting so for example, if we have one radian here, one radian here, and one radian here, and let's say again that the arc, the radius is 1. Then because both of this sector has angle 1 radian, the arc length will be 1, in both sectors. And in total, we will have a sector with angles 2 radians. The radius is 1, and the arc length will be 2, So as you can see, what I want to mention is now how to find the length of the arc. So by definition, a radian is radian. So angles in radians. So let's say theta in radians. So angles in radians will be 2 pi r square. So this is 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 2 pi radians is equal to length of an arc of arc length, yeah, divided by its radius. Okay, so yeah, that means we can actually find the length of an arc by using this, or we can change it into this form. Yeah, so arc length equals theta times radius, yeah, theta times r. So yeah, if we are yeah, and usually mostly in the problems in the exam problem, this kind of problems will have angles in radians, yeah, instead of degrees. So yeah, if we have an angle in radians, then we can find the arc length by using this equation or this formula, theta times r. And by the way, I think you already learned this before as well, that if the angle is in degrees, then you can use kind of ratio, yeah. So for example, yeah, something like this. If theta in degrees, and the arc length will be something like this. So theta divided by 360 degrees times 2 pi r, yeah. Yeah, this is just the ratio between the angle and the angle of one circle 360 degrees times its perimeter. Jadi sudutnya dibagi dengan 360 derajat, satu putaran gitu ya, dikali keliling. So yeah, and you can, yeah, I mean if you look closely at this formula, yeah, at this formula, yeah, you can also deduce this formula for angles in radians, yeah. If theta is in radians, then we have theta in radians here, and then 360 becomes 2 pi, yeah, because yeah, 2 pi radians. Then you can cancel out the 2 pi and you will get the same answer. So this is for arc length. And yeah, we'll get to some examples later. Yeah, next is sector area, yeah. Yeah, sector area. So yeah, a sector just yeah, just like this or this one, atau juring, ya. Yeah, we can actually find it by using the same way. Yeah, you can use this way if it is in degrees. If theta is in degrees, then you probably remember how to find the sector area, which is just like before, is ratio, yeah, between theta and one full circle, which is 360 degrees, times we multiply by the area of circle, yeah. So pi r squared, and yeah, you will get the answer. Yeah, if it is in radians, then yeah, just like before, just like this one, theta, if theta in radians, then the area is the same. It is equal to the ratio between theta and the angle on one fourth circle. But because this is in radians, then one full circle will be 2 pi, ya, 2 pi radians times pi r squared, and yeah, we can cancel the pi, and we have pi over 2, theta over 2 times r squared, or 1/2 times theta r squared. Yeah, so this is sector area in, yeah, if we are given the angle in radians, yeah. Okay, so let's get to some examples. Yeah, let's say we have something like this. Yeah, let's say we have a sector of a circle like this with angle, let's say 2 radians, and then the radius is 6. So yeah, for example, find the perimeter, for example, and the area of this sector. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, first let's find the perimeter. So what is the perimeter in this example? Okay, perimeter itu keliling ya. So what is the perimeter? So the perimeter is this length, this arc length, plus 2 times radius ya. So perimeter, the perimeter equals, yeah, because it has 3 sides, the perimeter is equal to the sum of the 3 sides. So r plus arc length, yeah, arc length. So r is 6 and 6, and the arc length will be, yeah, because we have the angles in radians, we can use this one, theta times r, so plus theta, which is 2 radians, times r, yeah, so 2 times 6. So this is 12 plus 12, so 24. Okay, how about the area? Yeah, so the area is the same. You can use the, yeah, in this case, we can use the formula directly. So 1/2 times theta times r squared, and then theta is 2 radians. So 1/2 times 2 times r is 6, so 6 squared. So yeah, the area will be 36. Okay, so yeah, the topic for this yeah, for the topic is actually we only have this 2 new formula, which is for arc length and sector area. So I will give you more yeah, the variation of, yeah. So why is this topic on trigonometry? Because some or many of the problems involves trigonometrical function, yeah, trigonometrical formula. So for example, let me just give you some examples from past papers. So let's see. Okay, wait, let me copy the problem. Yeah, so yeah, this is an example from past papers. So yeah, you can see the diagram here. So the diagram shows two circles with center A and B, and having radii 8 centimeters and 10 centimeters respectively. Radii is the plural form ya of radius. Jadi radius singular, radii ini pluralnya. The two circles intersect at C, so here, and D. So yeah, we have two circle and they intersect, berpotongan di dua titik ini, C dan D. Where CAD is a straight line, so this is straight line, so A is on the line CD, and AB is perpendicular to CD. So yeah, this one. Find angle ABC in radians, find the area of the shaded regions. So yeah, as you can see, so the problems in this circular measure is actually more often involves trigonometrical method to solve, and that's why this is included in in your book. This is included in trigonometry in the chapter trigonometry. So yeah, let's find out. First, let's find the angle ABC in radians. So ABC, so this one. Okay, how to find the angle ABC? We can use, for example, sine. So sine for number A, for part A, sine of B equals 8/10, depan bermiring sin depan bermiring. So 8/10, so 8/10, this is sine B. So then we can find the angle B, Sine B equals 8/10, so B, which is equal to 0.8. Okay, and then how to find the angle B? Yeah, so actually in this case we have to use a calculator. We have to use calculator. Yeah, so let's use a calculator. Yeah, let's use calculator. Yeah, so while we are waiting for the calculator to load, so yeah, let's talk more about how to find the angle. So you know that if we have the angle, so for example 30 degrees, so sine of 30 degrees equals 1/2, for example, yeah, so if we are given the angle, if we are using calculator, if we are using calculator, mungkin saya ganti dulu share-nya. Yeah, so if we are using the angle, sorry. So if you are using angle, if you know the angle, so yeah, by the way, we have degree, if we are using radians, sometimes you have to change the mode first, yeah, of the calculator. So the here means degrees and rad means radians. And we have another one, which is gradient, which is not commonly used. Okay, so for example, let's start with degrees, yeah. So yeah, in your calculator, sometimes we have to input the angles first. So for example, in this calculator, yeah, we can input 30, for example, and if the mode is degrees, we can take its sine, yeah, to get our result, yeah. So sine 30 degrees is 0.5. Yeah, as you know, sine of 30 degrees is 1/2, right? So yeah, that is if we know the angle, yeah. So in radians, so let's use, let's say, okay, 90 degrees, yeah, 90 degrees. The sine of 90 degrees is 1, yeah. Sine of 90 degrees is 1. And in radians, 90 degrees is pi over 2, yeah. So pi over 2, pi over 2, which is around 1.57. Yeah, this is pi over 2. So the sine should be 1, yeah. And let's take the sine. Sorry, ini gradient ya. Kita ganti dulu. So yeah, pi over 2. Yeah, pi over 2, yeah, around 1.57. And if we take its sine, it will be equal to 1. Yeah, because this is pi over 2, yeah. This is pi over 2. So yeah. Now, if we know the degrees, if we know the angles, we can find its trigonometric function, yeah, the value of its trigonometric function. So if you know the angles, so let's say 90 degrees or pi over 2 or any other angle, then you can find its sine, its cosine, and its tangent. Okay, how about the opposite? How if we know the sine, for example, like this one, sine b equals 0.8, how to find b? Yeah, here we use the inverse of trigonometric function, yeah. We use the inverse of trigonometric function, which is, yeah, usually in your calculator, maybe you should press second like this or shift, and then you will find sine to the power of -1, yeah, and cosine to the power of -1, tangent to the power of -1, yeah, which is called arc sine, arc cos, and arc tan. Yeah. So yeah, to find the angle, we use inverse trigonometric function. Okay, for example, sine of b equals 0.8. So for example, sine of b equals 0.8, like this. So to find b is equal to the inverse, yeah, the inverse of sine of 0.8. So yeah, this is just like we have f of x equals y, then the inverse, f inverse of y equals x, yeah. So you just have to swap the values to Yeah, on the inverse function. So this is the same, just like that. So sine of b equals 0.8. So sine inverse of 0.8 equals b. And this is how we find the value, yeah, the angle, Yeah, but you have to be careful with its quadrant, yeah. Yeah, sometimes yeah, so you have to be careful with the quadrant. So sometimes you have to see the magnitude of the angle, whether it is, yeah, in this example it's no problem because this is between 0 and 90 degrees, or in quadrant 1, and yeah, the sign is positive, yeah. So and if you are using the calculator, it will give you, so yeah, in this case let's use the sine inverse of 0.8. Okay. So the inverse will be, okay, we want to find the degree, the angles in radians, yeah, in radians. So yeah, make sure your calculator is on radians, and then let's use the inverse sine function, or arc sine, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we get 0.927. Okay, let's see, we want the area, so let's, yeah, to be safe, just use for important figure. So 0.9273. Yeah, so this B. Yeah, so yeah, let's just continue. So yeah, B equals this, and yeah, this is yeah, this is something around 56 degrees, yeah. Sorry, 53. This is something around 53 degrees. So yeah, still in quadrant 1, so no problem here. Yeah, sine of B. Yeah, I mean this is the answer for part A. How about part B? So part B, find the area of the shaded region. So yeah, find the area of the shaded region. So we know the shaded region is here. So we have to look carefully at the diagram, yeah. So what is this shaded region? So yeah, this is, we can find this shaded region by using this, yeah. So if you look closely, this is the shaded region is part of this semicircle, setengah lingkaran ini. Oke. Okay. Nah, tinggal kita kurang ini. Okay, so let's say this is region 1, this is region 2. Yeah, so, or let's say instead that yeah, this is region 1 is this semicircle. Okay. Oops. Okay, sorry. Maybe it's easier if we just, it's easier to draw if we just say this is region 1 and this region 2. Okay. So the semicircle, half a circle ya, semicircle itu setengah lingkaran. Is region 1 plus region 2 ya. So let's say the semicircle is area 1 plus 2 is, yeah, because this is half of the circle, so this is just 1/2 times pi r squared. So what is r? R is 8 in this smaller circle. R is 8, so 1/2 pi times 8 squared, yeah, so 32 pi. Yeah, yeah, for now let's just keep the values, so we don't need to yeah, plug in the pi for now. Let's do it later. Okay, how about area 2? What is the area of region 2? Yeah, so if you look closely again, this area 2 is the segment, ya. Segment tadi apa? Tembereng, ya. The segment of the bigger circle. Okay, how to find the segment? Yeah, to find the segment, we can use the sector. So let's make another line here to help us find this area. Yeah, so BCD, this one, is a sector, ya, atau tembereng, juring, ya. And this area, area of region, the region 2 is a segment of the bigger circle. So to find it, we can subtract this triangle from the sector, yeah. So yeah, to find area 1, which is the shaded region, we need to first find region 2, which is equal to area of sector minus area of, yeah, let's say this is the third one, the third area of the region 3. Okay, so area of a sector of a circle is, yeah, so first we need to find this angle, yeah, this angle. We need to find this angle, which is twice of angle B, yeah. Okay, and now we have, yeah, area of sector is 1/2 times theta times r squared. Okay, area of the triangle is, ya, kita bisa anggap ini alasnya, ya, CD-nya alas, tingginya ada berarti. So 1/2 times base times height. Now the theta here is this, which is twice the angle B, yeah. So 1/2 of theta is the same as angle B. So 0.9273 times r squared. So r is r is 10, so 10 squared minus 1/2 times the base is this one, so 8 times 2, 16 times the height. The height is AB, so yeah, we can find it by using Pythagoras. So it will be 6. And then this is around yeah, 100 times this is 92 point something minus 48. So it will be 44, yeah, 0.73. Okay, betul ya. Yeah. Okay, so this is area 2. So we know that this area is equal to this. So how about the area of the shaded region? So which is area 1. So this is equal to 20 pi, 32 pi minus 44.73. And again, yeah, let's use calculator, or you can plug in pi equals 3.14 and subtract with this area. So 32 times pi 100 point something minus 22 pi minus 44.73, yeah. So we get 55.800. 80, so yeah, which can be yeah, which is equal or ya, bisa dibulatkan ya menjadi 55,8. Jadi kenapa saya buatkan di sini? Karena biasanya diminta di soal itu untuk bukan soal ya, untuk exam biasanya diminta 3 significant figure, 3 significant figure, kecuali kalau di soalnya diminta lain, gitu ya. Okay, so any question for now? Okay, so let's go to another example. Oke, oke, sebentar. Ya, benar. Bentar deh. Yeah. So yeah, if there's no question, let's continue with another one. Okay, we yeah, let's use this one. Yeah, so in the diagram, yeah, so in the diagram, AB equals AC equals 8. So AB equals AC equals 8. And angle CAB equals, yeah, just as you can see in the diagram. Sebentar. So yeah, so the circular arc BC, this one, has center A. Yeah, so this one, ABC, that you can see in the diagram, this one, yeah, this one, or actually this one. This one is a sector of a circle, okay, with the center A. So A is the center, and then, okay, what's next? The circular arc CD, this one, has center B, and ABD is a straight line. So yeah, this is the center of this sector. And then now we want to show that the angle CBD, this one, is equal to 9/14 pi radians. Yes, I think this is not so hard. So yeah. So yeah, maybe you can try by yourself while I also explain. Yeah, so in this case, we can use the fact that this ABC is isosceles triangles. So AB equals AC, meaning this angle will be equal. These two angles will be equal. So we have A 2/7 pi radians in angle A. So angle B and angle C will be, or angle CBA, yeah. Angle CBA will be, so sorry. So this angle plus this angle plus angle A equals 180 or pi radians. So this angle will be pi minus 2/7 pi radians, yeah, divided by 2, yeah. And so we'll get pi minus 2/7 pi will be 5/7. So divided by 2, 5/15. 5/14 pi. This angle, and then to get the other angle, this is just the angle AB, the angle CBD. The angle CBD will be 180 degrees or pi minus 5/14 pi. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, or maybe probably some of you will prefer to change it into degrees first, but that's not recommended because yeah, it took longer first. It took longer, and yeah, one of the aim of this course is actually this topic is actually to yeah, so that you learn how to use radians, yeah. So you should be able to use both angles in degrees and radians. So yeah, pi minus 5/14. So 14/14 minus 5/14 equals 9/14, which is what we want, yeah. So yeah, this is okay. So we have shown that the angle is 9/14 pi. And then what is the perimeter of the shaded region? So want to find the perimeter of this one. So this is
1, 2, 3
equal to perimeter of arc of BC.
Penguinnya bermuncul sebentar, sekali lagi ya.
plus the arc of CD.
1, 2, 3. Ibu Irma.
And then plus this straight line, BD, ya. Okay, so what is BC? BC is the arc of this one. So yeah. Again, what is the length of an arc? The length of an arc will be theta times r, ya. Theta. So theta, let's just say theta 1, ya. Theta 1 times r1 untuk yang ini. Plus for this one theta 2 plus r2 times, sorry. And then plus arc BD. Yeah, and you can see that the arc BD is the radius of this one, yeah. So this is also equal to R2. Okay, so theta 1 is 2/7 pi. Then times R1, so 8. Plus theta 2 is this one, CBD, so 9/14 pi. Times R2. Okay, so now we have to find the value of, or the length of R2. Okay, so how to find the length of R2? So R2 is this one, so let's say this one. This is R1 equals 8. This is R2, which is equal to this one, yeah. So BD equals BC, so this is also R2. And yeah, that's how we can find the length of R2. Okay. Okay, so how? So yeah, we can see this is a triangle ABC. So we have R2 here, and the angle is 2/7 pi radians. And we have the length of AB and AC. So yeah, let's take that out from the diagram. Yeah, let's say this one is ABC. This is 2/7 pi. And this is 8, this is 8. Now you want to find BC, yeah? So how can you find the length of BC? One way is to use the cosine rule, okay? So we learned cosine rule last time. So yeah, let me remind you. So it's something like this: a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cos a. Yeah, which is yeah, we can use it here to find BC. Yeah, so let's say BC is a. Yeah, BC is a. So a squared equals b squared. So this one 8 squared plus 8 squared minus 2 times 8 times 8 times cosine of a. Okay, again, cosine of a, because a is not a special angle, let's use a calculator to find the value. So 2/7 pi. Yeah, so 2/7 pi is 0.8975, or let's just cut it to the fourth significant figure. So 8976. Okay, so let's multiply by this value and then let's compute them. Times 128. Yeah, so 0.8976 blah 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 and so on, yeah, times this, which is 8 times 8 is 64, times 2 is 180 as 28. So if we multiply them, we'll get 114 point something. Point 89, ya 0.8 lah ya. And then ya, if you subtract, we'll get 13.1. Yeah, around 13.1 centimeters. Yeah, this is B, yeah, BC. So yeah, this one is BC times BC, theta times R, which is equal to BC, so times 13.1, then plus 13.1. Yeah, so oh sorry, time's almost up, yeah, so let's wrap this up quickly. So 13.1 plus 13.1 times 9 pi over 14, ya, times 9 times pi over 14, and then plus 2 times pi times 8 over 7. Yeah, and yeah, we get 46 point, yeah, around 46.7. Yeah, 46.737 and so on. So yeah, which is if we take three significant figure, it will be 46.7. Yeah, so that's it for today. Any question before we close? Okay, if there's no question, so let's close today's meeting with Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. And kafaratul majelis. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika. Asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome.